literal toilet paper to put this on. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. We're doing a lot better today. I think I just needed to release obviously what was bothering me and just kind of focus on getting through those feelings. And I'm so happy that I now have somebody that I relatively feel comfortable with and getting to know, because I feel like for me, I've been by myself for a while now, and comforting yourself every time you're going through something, it's hard. It's not easy. And now that I have someone else, it makes it easier. And I find that I'm not as much in a darker space trying to get myself out of it. So I'm super thankful. But yeah. Doing better today. Straightening the hair. Washed it. I've also been up super early because that's when I'm trying to like wake up when my body wakes up, which is usually before my alarm, just to get ahead on the day and things I need to do. Because I'm really, this week is my focus is being productive, because last week wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be. But yeah. And then I also have to get ready because I'm gonna be flying out next month, and I need to make sure like everything for school is set. I'm going away for my reading week, and I'm super excited. And yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say about that. But your girl's doing good. And I think the biggest lesson that I've learned throughout my healing is that whenever you're feeling like moments of contrast or sadness from a previous like event, it's gonna pass. Like nothing, no like emotion or feeling is ever like too permanent, at least for me. Like when I'm sad, because I don't deal with my emotions very much, I find that they fester like deep within my soul, and then when they come out, it's like a backlog of bullshit, and it's longer for me. Whereas now I'm noticing that I'm focusing more on feeling things as they come, so I can have more of like a clear soul and mind on my healing. So I'm really trying to stay consistent with like my journaling and therapy and just really focusing on me. Because like my biggest thing with getting into another relationship was I didn't want to lose myself in it. And it's perfect because he is very busy. Like he's really trying to like make something of himself, and with what he does for work, he's working like a lot. It's so hard because I want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it because I want this to be different. Like I don't want it to be a public type of thing. I just really want to protect this one. I feel really good about it. So yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna pack. And yes, I'm going to be with him. Like it's amazing how like you can look back on your life and all the fucking bullshit you've been through, and all of like the moves, for my case, that I made, and like moving away from Ontario, leaving my family, and really focusing on myself brought me to a place of learning who I am and like the things I want in life and what I'll deal with and what I won't. It's almost like I had to be hurt so bad to realize that that's not a life I want. So I can definitely see that this year, it's just gonna be my year. Watch me get married at the end of the year. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it, but I just feel like I'm coming back to myself. Yes, I'm putting spray deodorant on. Yeah, my hair looks way better straight. Okay, I love you guys, and I'm gonna go do some homework, and I will talk to you guys when I take a break or something. Hi guys. So I'm currently doing my homework, and I'm just like sitting here thinking why it is such a struggle for me to like focus. And I feel like, and I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but do you ever sometimes wonder if so deep inside of who you are that there is an underlying thought that you believe, and you may not admit that you do, that you're not worthy of like better things in life, but you want them. So it's sort of like a battle with a fear and a desire. And I know all that I desire and all that I want. And I do have a lot of fears about myself and my worth from situational things, relationships, conditioning, and all that stuff, upbringing, everything. And now that I'm on my own, I'm really trying to navigate this new version of who I am. And like the video I posted yesterday, I have all of these things that I've ever wanted. I'm in a place that I've always wanted to be in, but I'm still struggling internally to be present, to be aware, to be consistent. And it might be because nothing great in my life that I thought at the time ever worked out. So I sort of feel like I'm just in the motions until this next aspect of my life fails, which means I'm living in expectation of failure. So I'm not really trying, but I'm also not trying. I'm just coasting. I'm just stagnant right now. That's how I feel. And I want nothing more than to not feel like this. Because I know everything I want. And I have a lot of those things. I'm having opportunities after opportunities. And it's just like, I feel like the universe knows where I'm meant to be, which is healing people. And I've been through more than I feel like I should have. I cannot seem to consistently stay out of my past of pain. And it affects my future greatly because I'm not seeing that I'm not that same girl who was crying on the bathroom floor. Why is it that I'm so stuck in that moment when I'm so past it? It's a very complex thing, and like, I know my channel has like completely changed in the sense of like what I'm posting, what I'm talking about, what I'm doing. And this is just where I'm at. And I think this version of me who is really trying to understand who I am from who I was to where I'm at now to where I want to be, it's just like we're all over the place. Like emotionally, I'm still healing. Presently, I'm in both places. I'm in the future, but I'm also in the past. I'm not here. More so in the past than the future, but it's just like, how and why can I not consistently be present? Like, is this something that I need to figure out a way to do every single day to get back to the present? I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it is not easy. So I just shut my phone off because I find I gravitate towards my phone when I'm uncomfortable in my present. I'm uncomfortable consistently studying. Like, I understand what I'm reading, but I'm not pushing myself to keep reading. Like, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. Let's go feed into whatever TikTok makes me understand my past more. My past doesn't matter, and I need to stick with that. Healing is no fucking joke. Like, this is exhausting shit, and I don't know. I really don't know how to stay on path. Like, sometimes I wish I could just, like, erase my whole entire memory of my past. Because, like, I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to keep studying. I'm going to push myself to do it because I cannot keep living every day not bettering myself beyond my capabilities. Like, I know I am capable of so much stuff in this world, and I only do enough as a bare minimum. That may seem like a lot to some people because everybody has a different level of what they can accomplish. And, like, a lot of people feel like I've accomplished a lot because I'm living out here. I have this, I have that, da 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 da. But it's like, that is not a lot. That's like nothing. This is my basic. And I know I deserve so much more than this. And I don't, like, I'm holding myself back from everything that I want in life. I'm literally the only person who's being held accountable for this. But fuck, is it ever hard to get out of, like, a victim mentality and change the narrative. Like, self-reflection, that'll I don't know, man. And I don't know if any of this makes sense. I just cannot post stuff that isn't exactly how I feel, and this is how I feel. Okay, let's get back to studying.
All this magnificent manifestation, let's give you a definition here. Manifestation, from our terminology, is what your current vibrational interpreters are experiencing.
Okay. I feel like I have finally had my epiphany, which I have, like, them every day, so girl. So whenever I get, like, super frazzled, as I was in the previous clip, I always go and listen to Abraham Hicks. And if anybody knows who that is, you know, if you're really into source energy, alignment, and all that stuff, you know that it helps you see things way clearer and understand everything. So I'm really trying to move out of this place of pain, victim, frustration, lack of self-worth mindset. Because doing that realistically isn't serving me. And it's just holding me back. And I preach so much about positivity and you are all you have, and all that great stuff. But even the healers or the intuitive people, spiritual people, they all aren't perfect. Like, we aren't always just living our best lives. Like, we do have contrast, we do have resistance, we do have our past, we do have everything. But I think the main thing is that we are in control of everything it is that we desire in life. We are in control of vibrating at the frequency that serves us. And it's the thing of the past pain and trauma is such a strong force. And, ma'am, are you getting emotional? Why are you crying? What happened? Papa, hey down. Okay, so the thing about, what is it called? Ugh. So, like, the thing about this contrast and this struggling that I'm going through, and I don't know if anybody else is going through, the thing is, we are in control of everything. Living in the present. What can I do now that's going to get me vibrating in the frequency that I want? Is studying, focusing on this right now, because this is all that's important, is what is in front of me. Nothing else is important. And because I'm not doing this, and I'm focusing on the past and the future, this is stopping the future from being what I want it to be, and the past is pulling me back because something in me is stuck to that past, and the present is the hardest place to be for me. It's present. I know I sound like I'm fucking nuts. Probably am. But focus on the present. And it's not easy to go from being sad to being happy, to being unfocused to focused. It is a fucking process, and she can be a bitch. But you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You can want all of these things like money, houses, cars, great relationships, but what are you doing to get to that point today? What are you doing? You're obviously not doing what you need to be doing. How do you stay consistent though? You force yourself into the alignment until energetically you feel it. And you forget that you force yourself to be in there. And now you're vibrating at a flowing frequency. Like, you know, whenever you're having a bad day, and if you look at all the bad, you notice it more because you're looking for it. And then when you're positive, positivity is always flowing because you're vibrating at a positive frequency. So if we're vibrating at a focused frequency, we can focus on everything. You have to train your mind. That's what it is. Train your mind. And you will get all that it is you desire. So I think the underlying message that I'm trying to correlate together Whatever it is you desire, you have to be at the frequency to get that. So if you have a fear of commitment, really sit down and think about all the things that you are doing, living in that fear of commitment that you're putting out in the universe that is keeping you where you are. It's keeping you from finding somebody that you want to be with. It's keeping you from opening up to someone else. What are you doing? If you feel like you don't have money, what is your relationship with money? How do you view it? How do you handle it? For me, it's the focus. What are you doing that you cannot be consistently focused? I'm thinking about a million other things. I'm looking at my phone too much. I'm resisting learning because I don't like it. It's boring. I'm not stimulated. That may be the ADHD. It more than likely is, so I'm battling that. But I know when I'm interested in something, I can go after that like it's nobody's business. It's the instant action that I'm not getting from studying. But long-term work will bring a massive action result. And then you also have to think, if you're by yourself like I am, motivating yourself to be everything for yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself, motivate yourself, focus on yourself, work, pay your bills, do all this stuff, like do everything for yourself. It is fucking exhausting. I have to console myself, I have to cheer myself up, I have to do all of these things. And as humans, we're meant to be with other people. Like, isolation is not normal. And that can be overwhelming as fuck, being everything for yourself. And you can still be self-sufficient, but it is important to have your people, to have the contrast of other minds, other opinions to build upon it instead of just having one opinion, yours. Because you're not going to really evolve if you're not learning new things from different people, different mindsets, different everything. So you need to open yourself and allow other people in and know that you're not alone. That's another thing. I've been hurt so much. I've pushed literally everyone away from my life. And it's affecting me more than it's affecting them. I'm punishing myself for them hurting me. How fucked up is that? And like, I'm so blessed that I now have a man who understands what I've been through and understands my healing process and everything, and he doesn't even think twice about it. Like, he knows he wants to be with me. Like, he just knows. And sometimes it's so hard for me to believe that somebody really wants to put in the effort to be with somebody who is healing and grow together. Like, we live in the most selfish generation I've ever seen in my entire life. But then here he is. So I do think that there was a part of me that was still open to love, still had desires about it, but I didn't focus on it that much, but it was still there, little flame, burning. And then he showed up out of nowhere, and I met him organically. So that just shows you. You can literally get anything that you desire. And I think when you do the manifestations and you do all of this stuff, if you are not energetically have a burning desire for it, writing it down 3,000 times or 999 times isn't going to make it come to you if you don't feel it. Like, if you don't know what the feeling would be like if you had it, and you can dream of it, like you can vividly see it, feel it, taste it, it's more likely not going to come. Gotta get back into the receiving mode. Because the universe is giving us all tools that we need to get to where we want to be, but we're not present enough to fucking use these tools to get it. So, if you have a job, you have a car, you have a computer, a camera, a phone, money in your bank, whether it be little or small, those are all tools to invest in yourself to move to the next step. And if you take advantage of all that stuff that you have, why would the universe give you more? Why? You're showing them that you're content. You're not moving forward. You're not doing more. So you're happy. But are you really happy? More than likely not. You're just content with what you have. But there's always more. Always. It's a really hard process to do alone. So it's so important to be around like-minded people who are on the same path as you. And take advice from me. Living on your own across the country is not for the weak. It's really not. Hi. Okay, so I've decided that I'm hungry. We're gonna make food. We're just gonna have some noodles, some ramen, you know? So yeah. I really hope that my last video made sense. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I did sound a little crazy. Staying focused is something that's hard AF. When I know the things that I want, I think it's almost like not getting the instant gratification from putting in the work to certain things that I can't see, because I've put in some work that has like drained every ounce of me and it went to shit. So now I'm just sort of at this, well, fuck it. And I shouldn't be, because this is like, my life is the only thing I can control. Whether I can't control anyone else. If certain people's lives aren't my own, so I need to stop worrying so much about that. I can control this. It's really like being your own therapist, like all the time. And that's what I learned, again, had therapy today. What is she saying? You are all you have, and you cannot open new doors with old keys. Mommy, love. Baby. My best friend. Are you my best friend? Say hello. I think with this new moon, really need to just like release my mindset, my old one. It's not serving me anymore. It's holding me back. And I'm the queen of saying, like, I don't want to live with regrets. All this shit. Well, bitch, you're gonna have a regret if you keep living the same day. I feel like I'm literally in my own therapy session today, and it is like, I wonder if anybody else in the world feels like this. They must. I can't be the only one. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so as you know, today on January 17th, 2022, it is a new moon. No, a full moon. It's a full moon, and it's a wolf moon. So I just went out back and I burned a piece of paper of everything that I'm releasing that no longer serves me. What I do is generally I will think about, with the purest of intentions, what I am releasing. And I usually say it out loud, but obviously I'm not going to talk about it because there's a lot of stuff. And you just want to release everything that's not serving you. Any traits of yourself that aren't aligning you with where you want to be and who you want to be and the people you want. Because if we're being genuine and honest with ourselves, there are things about us that hold on. And I do think when I was burning my release list, it was smoking so much because there is so much that I hold in. So just gonna release. We're releasing. Yeah. This year is gonna be our year. No more toxicity. I love you. Okay, so now I'm just gonna draw a nice warm bath, have some tea, and journal all the things that I'm grateful for. But yeah. I hope you all are doing well, and those that were affected by retrograde and the full moon, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are being gentle with your mind. Sorry, it's a little far. Yeah, I hope you all are being gentle with your mind, your body, your soul, and are navigating all of your pain and trauma the best way possible. And be easy on yourself. And I really say that even for myself, because I'm not easy on myself, especially with everything. But yeah, it's been a rough weekend, but it's gonna be okay. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I really do. And journal, release, and you can do this all the time. It doesn't have to really be on a full moon, but the full moon is when you get the best results. So that's for your affirmations, manifestations, releasing rituals, cleansing rituals. It's like a time to reset, you know? So hopefully you did take advantage of this. If not, I will leave a list down below on the upcoming full moons, but this was the first full moon of 2022, so it was really significant for me because I feel like this is the one that will set the tone for the rest of the year, building upon the other ones. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I really do. So be kind with your mind, be kind with your body and your soul, and just know that everything always gets better. You just have to be consistent and always put you first. Love you guys.